Hi everybody, Laura here. Thank you so much for joining me today. I'm excited to be joining the Greetery this month featuring their beautiful fireside collection, and this is day one of introductions. I'm going to be sharing how these products that make a card look like a book. And there's several new products. I'll tell you what they are. Everything's available on Wednesday, October 2nd at 10 a.m. Eastern. Okay, so this is a preview. It's not available yet. It will be in a couple days. But I fell in love with this stuff. So I made an A2 size card base out of Parsley cardstock. This is the Have a Spine die set. It's 3 dies. And what it does is it cuts your cardstock to look like a book. So this curved edge at the top, you're going to line that up with the edge of your card base where it folds. So if you have a portrait style side fold card, line up that die just how I have it. You're going to have some excess down along the bottom. I am using a metal shim since I'm die cutting through an entire card base. I wanted to make sure I had enough pressure, and you'll see here how it comes together. It's going to cut off a little bit on the bottom. It didn't quite come loose. I'll loosen that with the scissors, and it just kind of snips right off there. By the way, this is Parsley cardstock by Concord 9th. And then at the top, there's a couple different ways. I could have lined this up a little bit higher at the top, but I'm just going to take my guillotine trimmer and just carefully snip that right at the top of the curve. So that you can see here, you get a nice smooth curve on the left, and then it opens up. You've got those score marks on the side. Now for the bottom pages, I'm using some matte gold cardstock. You know how the fancy schmancy books have those gold edged pages? And then this is going to be like the binding. So there's 3 dies in the Have a Spine die set. One that creates your card base, one that gets you pages, and one that gets your binding. And you can really mix and match the colors however you want to create. I'm going to create 2 cards here. This first one is green, and the next one is going to be kind of a beigey sand color. Okay, so I'll show you how this all comes together. Your little book binder here, it does need to be snipped. Just like that right there. Little snip. Maybe your die will cut it, but mine needed to be snipped. I think you're going to have to snip it. I'm not sure. I bet Betsy is going to have a fabulous informational tutorial walking through these new products and maybe explain it better, how to put it together. But this is just, I just was so excited. I turned on my video and I thought I would tape my process. So this is how this comes together. And there you have a little book card base. I mean, I'm not even an avid reader, and I was giddy, you know? Okay, so I'm just going to glue this all together. First thing I'm going to do, put a little bit of glue down on this bottom little flap and glue my gold to it. And that's going to be held secure for your pages. You almost have to do one, kind of like a trial one. And then once you get a practice run, then everything goes smoothly from there. That's what I learned. I had to do a couple practices, and then I could do a million. It's easy, but you know how there's like always a learning curve when you're putting together something new. Okay, so here's the, by the way, I think this is Evergreen cardstock. I'm using Concord 9th. I love these 2 shades of green together. Make a great holiday themed book card, or just any time of the year. This one isn't going to be necessarily holiday, but wait until you see it. Okay, so glued down the gold pages, glued on the binding. I'm using Barely Art glue, and make sure that's secure. Count to 10, bada boom, bada bang. Look at this. It's a book, but it's a card. It's a card, but it's a book. And here's another one I did off camera, kind of a beigey cream card base. And then I'm going to show you how I turn these into cards. Another new set, the Christmas Story. This is in the book of Luke in the Bible that walks through the story of Jesus being born. And it's so cute. I thought it'd be fun to stamp on the inside of this beige card. And I'm going to stamp it with kind of a tone-on-tone look. So you can read it, but it's very subtle, almost more of a decorative background. You could write on top of it. If you wanted to make this more readable, you could stamp it with black ink make it more contrasty, but I'm going for very tone-on-tone subtle. So I'm using LATTE ink. This is a Positively saturated ink by Simon Says Stamp, and I'm stamping it on some, I don't even know what this cardstock is. It's like a light beige. It's like a sand. I'm gonna have to look it up, see what this is I have. I'm losing track of what cardstock. I think it might be by Concord 9th. I'll have everything linked. And then there's different stamps you could stamp at the top of your text. Different options that tell that this is the book of Luke, the chapter and the verse. And so look, Luke chapter, is that 2? King James Version. And it tells you the story of Jesus being born, the original, the OG Christmas story. And then this is from the Bookish Holiday Frames stamp set. And again, I'm using that LATTE ink, and I'm going to stamp it on the front. So this is going to give a decorative, flourished frame to your book. It really makes it look like a very special book. Wait till you see it. I mean, now I love that so much. I wanted to do it on my green card, and since I have everything lined up, I cleaned off the stamp. I'm inking it up with Fairway ink and stamping it on this Parsley card base. And that's going to give a beautiful decorative frame border on this green card front. Love how this looks. Okay, now you just can add sentiments, images, whatever you want to do to adorn your book cards. Okay, so this one's going to be Christmas one. I'm using the new Scripted Holiday Sentiments stamp set. I'm going to stamp the word peace. Beautiful scripted font on these, and there's a lot of different sentiments: peace, merry Christmas, joy, hope. I think there's been some other versions of this. Might have been one for Valentine's Day, but now we have one for the holidays. I think they're fabulous. And then I'm going to add the little sub sentiment. So it says peace on earth. And then I'm using the new rosemary and berry die set to just die cut a little bit of Christmas foliage. Again with the parsley and poppy cardstock for some greenery and some berries. I am using a metal shim. Felt like I needed it with these intricate detail foliage dies and the little bitty berries. And I'm going to glue some berries on the stem. I end up adding more berries later. And actually what I forgot to film was when this was all said and done, I decided last minute to add glossy accents to the berries. Another fun finishing touch. And it makes the berries glossy and shiny and just festive for the holidays. Okay, using Barely Arts glue, and I'm just sort of framing this peace on earth sentiment. It's very classy. This makes me feel like I'm classy, kind of timeless. You know what I mean? Timeless class. And then the other card's just fun. It's just fun and cozy. Okay, so there you have peace on earth. And I decided to add, I don't know if you need to do this, but if you want to do it, hey, there's no berry police out there. Add some more berries. Add as many berries as you want to add. And then top it off with glossy accents. Forget about it. There you have peace on earth. You've got the story of Jesus being born on the inside. What a fun holiday card. Okay, now I'm going to zhuzh up the green card. I'm using the Warm and Cozy die set. I'll also be using the Warm and Cozy stamp set for the sentiment. And this makes this cute chair. Like, what do you call this? It has a name. A wingback chair? Is that what it's called? My mom has a few of these types of chairs. And so this card makes me think of her, you know, and I'll probably have to send it to her. She's going to love this. So I did a lot of different solid color cardstock. I think it's all Concord 9th. I'll have the colors linked. Here's a rug, and there's pillows. There's even a kitty cat that you can die cut to put on the chair. And then all these little details, you can do different colors of solid color cardstock or color with ink blending, however you want to add your color to look at the feet on the chair. Forget about it. And there's also pillows and a cozy blanket because you know, and my mom does and I do, we got 50,000 blankets and pillows everywhere. You know, it's all about being cozy. when you buckle in to watch a nice show. Anybody watching The Golden Bachelor? I'm not really a Bachelor, like a huge Bachelor fan, but The Golden Bachelor is, love it. Look at this little like doily detail you can put on the top of the chair. I love it. Okay, so I decided to stamp in the Warm and Cozy stamp set. See there at the top, there's a little detail and it makes a design on the rug. There's also details you can stamp on the little throw pillows. Okay, so I'm stamping again with that LATTE ink, adding this detail onto the rug. And then later I'm going to take that LATTE ink and blend a little bit on the rug to make it look a little worn in. Here I'm pulling out Cappuccino to stamp the detail onto this particular square pillow. Look at that. You can barely see it. I'm thinking maybe it might be better if you stamp first, die cut second. So I'm trying that here on this circular pillow. I'm using citrine ink here, stamping the detail first, and then I will die cut this pillow. The cute thing about this one here is it's a circle pillow and it's also like fringy. So it makes this little fringy detail around the edge. And if you want to go the extra mile, you can manipulate that fringe, kind of wear it in and, you know, make some go forward, some go back and bend them. And then it looks like a worn in fringy pillow. Here I'm taking that LATTE ink, a little blender brush, and going around. Would you call this fringe? I don't know what you call the little tassel thing he's hanging on a rug. Is it fringe? Either way, I felt like it needed more. It needed to look more well loved in. You know, it can't be a brand new stark rug when you have this kind of classic wingback chair and a blanket and cozy pillows. So I did a light pink throw, gluing that hanging on the side of the chair. I didn't put the kitty cat on. I'm kind of regretting that now, but there is a kitty cat doing two different pillows, just nestling those over on the side. And then here's a little stamp set from the Warm and Cozy stamp set. It says Comfy Cozy, and then I'm going to die cut it, stamped it with VersaFine black ink onto white cardstock, and die cut that out. And I'm going to emboss a little sub-sentiment in white on this. I believe this is Dragonfruit cardstock by Concord. And this says Wishes. So it's Comfy Cozy Wishes. Could be for any occasion. Maybe you just want to say hi and you want to send somebody some comfy cozy wishes. Could be comfy cozy wishes for the holidays. Could be comfy cozy wishes for a birthday. You know, the other day I got a surprise card in the mail from a follower, and she wanted to say, you know, like, congratulations on moving to Minnesota, like, you know, hope you enjoy your move and settle in. And it was really, really sweet. And she put in a McDonald's gift card, just a small one, and it made my day. And I thought, I got to do that to somebody. I need to send somebody a card and throw in a McDonald's gift card and say, go have a French fry on me. It was so thoughtful and so sweet. Here I'm taking Fairway green ink and giving a little blend on the corners just to make the book look a little loved in, not so stark and brand new. You know what I mean? Give it a little gradient love just on the corners. So I used Fairway ink, and this card base is Parsley cardstock, I believe. Okay, so there you have your green card base. Gluing on the rug, getting the lay of the land. Where do you want to put it? Up high, down low, kind of right there. I'm going to lock it in. Little glue. Everything's getting glued down. Now, you could definitely pop it up with foam tape if you want to make it dimensional. And then here's the Comfy Cozy sentiment. Just kind of putting that right there. I did put a little foam tape on the bottom of this sentiment strip. Popping it up. You know why? Because dimension is life. Comfy Cozy Wishes. It's like a book, but it's a card, and it's comfy cozy. And then you have peace on earth for the holidays. These are just day one introductions to the Fireside collection with the Greetery. I have another video tomorrow, and then the release will be live on Tuesday, October 2nd. Thank you so much for joining me. Have a wonderful day, and I will See you next time.